Changangkha MSS Trial Exam Paper 2025, question number 6. Question number 6. So here, let's read the question first. Question number 6. As a part of a programming assessment in ICT class, you are tasked with writing a Python program that determines the smallest of two numbers. To ensure the structured approach, you are required to first follow the provided flowchart. So first thing is you have to write a flowchart. Then second, flowchart outline the steps of a program and then write the Python code. Second is Python code. So what you are doing is you are tasked with writing a Python code that determines the smallest of two numbers. So you are supposed to compare the two numbers. So here our flowchart usually begins with a start, and the start has an oval shape, rectangle, and we have to start with the keyword start. And after start, what do we need is we need to get the input of two numbers, or we can say read two values. So or we can say here read, let's say read two numbers, read two numbers. So since this input and output, we write it in the rhombus or parallelogram. So after that we have to make a decision. We have to see which one is bigger, whether the first number or second number. Let's say compare two number and check if number A is big or B is big, or maybe num1 or num2 is big. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We're going to check if n1, let's say if n1 num1 is bigger than n2. So here we'll have to say if it is so, if it is yes, if the answer is yes, we'll say the number one is big, and this since this is the output, we'll have to display using the parallelogram. So we'll say n1 is largest. Here we are supposed to be finding the largest, compare smallest and largest. So n1 is largest. But if it is not, no. If it is no, n2, sorry, we are using the small letter, n2 is largest. That's it. So after that, what we'll do, we are going to go and stop the program, otherwise our program will in the loop and we will never stop. Our program will crash. So this one also goes and stop. So that's it. So this is how the flowchart will look like, and with that I think we are good to get 2 marks. So now next one is we'll have to write a program, a Python code. So that Python code will look like something like this. So here first thing is, in the Python code we have to read the two numbers. So let the number 1 be n1 as we have used up there. So in the n1 we are going to get maybe a decimal number input, and we are going to tell the user to enter the first number. So we'll keep on space, then n2. Here of decimal, we'll expect decimal input, and we will tell the user to enter the second number. So after that we'll directly compare if n1 is greater than n2. if n1 is greater than n2, so we'll tell we'll print the first number is greater. First number is greater or largest. Greater. Else we'll print second number is greater. But in this program we are not taking the consideration of if the user enters both number 1 and number 2 equal. What do we do during that time? If it is so what we need to do is we need to look for another condition. Here instead of else we'll use elif we'll have check n2 is greater than n1. N2 is greater than n1. If n2 is greater than n1, second number is greater. But if neither this condition is true, first condition is true, the second condition is true, meaning if they have entered equal number, then we'll have to print the third condition, which is both numbers are equal. So this is how the program is going to look like. But in the question, I think they have not considered that. They're just looking for like two number which is smaller or greater. I think that should be it. So with that, we are done with question number A. So let's go to question number B. So in question number B, the question tells you to study the table and determine what would be the Boolean value of each statement under X and Y column. You have to see and what value will be in X and Y column, and fill the remaining cell with correct Boolean value. There is Y not, X and Y, X or Y. So with that also we have to do with a logical operator used here is and, here is or, here is not. So we have to fill in the blanks here. So for that, what you need to do is, for X it's straightforward, true, false. But here we have checked in Y, 4 is greater than or equals to 7, so this one is false. 5 is not equal to 9. This is also true. This is true. This is false. First one is false, this is true. So here not Y, so which means here what does it means is it simply is going to be the opposite of Y. So here opposite in this first, here the Y is false, so here the value is going to be true, because here the value says not Y. So here in this column the Y is true, so not of Y, here not of true is going to be false. So here X and Y, the AND operator returns true only if both the statements are true. So let's see here, X and Y. So here X is true, Y is false, so here it will be false since both the condition is not true. So here Y is true, X is false. So here again both the conditions not true, so here it will be false. X or Y. So in terms of or, either of the value can be true. So if it is true, it will return you true, but only if both the values are false, it will return false in case of or. But if you look here, this true and false, which means since one is true, it will return true. Here also in this column also, since one is true, it will return true. So with that, we are done with this column. Now let's go to question number 6. In question number 6, study the code given below and answer the question that follows. So the code in code line number 1, we define a function called addition that takes two parameters, X and Y, we are adding x and y stored in the variable add, and after that we are returning add. This function is returning the value add. So we are using another variable and we are calling the addition function here with the two argument x which is going to be 10 and y is going to be 5. After that we are printing the addition and we are calling this calculation here, and which will call this function. So that is it. So write the correct terms of for the component labeled in 1 and 2. So what is 1? So here is perimeter. 1 is perimeter. 1 is perimeter. 2 is calling of function. Calling of function. I told you we are calling the function here. So this is a perimeter inside the function. So with that we're done with labeling 1 and 2. Identify the keyword function name, return value from the Python function code given. From the function code given, write the output of the program. So here what is the name of the function? Name of the function, so we can just write here function name. We write here function name. Function name is addition. Function name is addition. The next one is what is the return value? What are we returning? Return value. What are we going to return? We are going to return the addition of x and y. The whatever x and y is provided here. For now, the argument provided is 10 and 5, but it can be another value also. But what does it do? It does the addition of x and y. So it returns the value of the addition of x and y. So return value is also done. So write the output of the program. So what will the output of the program? Output of the program here will be addition. This string here going to be printed as it is with the colon, addition colon. Then here we are calling the calculator here. This calculator in fact calls the addition. So what it will do? It will do the addition of 10 and 5, which is 15. So with that we are done with question number 6 also.